works. There we go, baby. Mushoku Tensei, the ultimate waifu list. I mean, look at those mamas. Look at those mamas. It's just like, I had to find some images right, and I was like, man, there's a lot of send it. There's a lot of like milf mommy send it, man. So much on send it. So now Ramon Hiko's time for the waifu king of culture list, right? We of course look at the waifus today. Then we're looking at, you know, starter waifus, right? Who's gonna win, blue, red, or green? I will say that I always started with blue, right? As a kid, I was playing blue, and then I played Squirtle, so maybe Roxy's gonna win it because I'm always been a blue, yeah. I've always been a water Pokemon player, right? Certainly. But otherwise, I mean, of course, you know what it's about. It is about the waifu. It is about the ultimate waifu, and you know what it is. It's GHISLAINE, of course. So you know how we have a GHISLAINE tier here, right? So bam, GHISLAINE has her own tier, of course it does. The ultimate tier is of course GHISLAINE, and then we have, you know, a bunch of other waifus, right? But what can I say, right? This list, I'll say it immediately. No spoilers, of course. I'm an anime only. But if you like my channel and so on, press the subscribe button and give me a sympathy subscribe today, guys. So, you know, give me a sympathy anime only subscribe, right? So I honestly regret doing this list. Potentially the best anime last year. But doing this tier list, right? Holy shit, man. I get spoiled every... Oh my god. I warn you. Don't Google anything Mushoku Tensei. Terrible, right? So, even though I have like super perfect memory, whatever, right? And again, right, really, I watched the anime, I remember everything. I remember the character, all the dialogue, right? I have a super memory, so, you know, check out my whatever. You can't wait for my Bleach series, whatever, so right. I remember everything perfectly, basically. But, doesn't help, or whatever, because if I Google, like, okay, give me an image of this, like, sexy cat lady, right, in blah, 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 and then you get an image, you get her sister, or her mom, and her aunt, or whatever, right, in these animes. It was crazy. Like, even every goddamn character I Googled, right, because the way I do is I make this list myself, right? You know, I have to get the images right, to make the characters right. I have to get the thumbnail images right. I need to get some, you know, fancy GHISLAINE images and so on, right? And every time I was like Googling any character, yeah, I would get like, oh, this is her daughter. I was like, oh yeah, or something, X or Y or Z. Yeah, you would get like 5 images of, you know, X character and like 5 images of their sister or mom, whatever, or husband, something, all the time in this anime. Usually, I guess, from the light novel. So incredibly, do not Google any of this anime. Jesus Christ, I got spoiled. Terrible. I won't say, of course, what spoiled me, but, you know, obviously in that sense. And absolutely even worse, do not go to the Tensei wiki. Terrible site, absolute horseshit. Like, seriously, do not go there. Usually, right, if you go to, like, Attack on Titan, like we did last week, they have this, like, spoiler warning, right? Or if you press this button, you get spoiled, right? Or if they have, like, you can search and get, like, show me all the female character that are anime only, right? Or only filler or whatever. Yeah, you can categorize them. 7 there, so on. But on the MT wiki, everything is just there, right? Every goddamn character, no spoiler warning. So I got spoiled. Unfortunately, so much spoilers, I guess, unfortunately. I was already spoiled them, right? Because we do the streams, Tensei course last year and so on. A lot of comments are like, oh, you think you like this woman? Wait until you see her sister, she's a half dragon. Like, that's half the comments you get, right? So, it is unfortunately how it is. You get, oh my god. Speaking of spoiled, guys, and I will say one briefly here, right? I said that you all are Melona, right? Great example is, with the comment section, I think that works, it's like Melona. So, when I was in Black Clover, right? As an anime only, people were like, oh, you're gonna love Melona, she's so badass, right? That's a great comment, right? You happy, yes, badass, right? I had comments about this chick here, right? A couple of comments about her being, you know, Ariel's name, right? Being like someone's favorite female character or so on, right? But those comments are fine. If it's like, oh, that's Ariel, she's my favorite female character, you know what I mean? She's in the background, she's gonna be awesome season 2, right? That's perfectly fine. I mean, you're spoiling she's gonna be more season 2, but it's like, come on, yeah. Those comments I like, right? You're hyping up, you know, the characters, right? But some comments are like, oh, that's Ariel. She's a half dragon. She can turn into an ice dragon and fly around, and she can easily defeat Rudy, whatever. That comment happened, of course. But these are some of the comments I get, right? And yeah. So yeah, whatever. That's not on the list, but holy shit, man, you get spoiled sometimes with some weird comments. Sometimes people are just spitefully, you know, spoil on purpose, right? But most comments aren't like on purpose. They're more like the people are Yeah, they're like, that's my favorite female character, you know what I mean? And they just like, yeah, they're like, she can turn into a dragon or something. It's like, thank you. Yeah, seriously. But that being said, though, this list is shorter than I wanted to be because I stopped trying to figure out the names because some of the characters, right, I don't know their name because they're never mentioned. So it's about list the furry maids, right? So it's the furry maids. And some of the names are never said in the anime. So I was trying to find their names, but when I was trying to find the names, I kept getting, minor spoilers. So I was like, okay, whatever, I will stop doing this. But here we are then. We're gonna do the list, right? So GHISLAINE, of course, is the ultimate woman. I have a GHISLAINE shirt on me, right? If you've seen it before, this shirt I made myself, right? Oh yeah, you still. Oh my god, you reach it, whatever she can say. Which is so hot, man. So of course I got my own GHISLAINE shirt, right? That I made myself. Got Aries here, on the biceps. Man, I feel like kind of sporting now that I like Aries, that I'm a red, that I'm a fire trainer. Versus grass or water. And we got, of course, a little bit of, Yorichi is down here. And here, it's like Miruko, right? And then we got some Miruko on the other side. And of course on the back, if you haven't seen it, right? On the other side, right? On the back, it's of course Melona, right? And Noelle and so on. So we get some other waifu side. But obviously, GHISLAINE is ultimate waifu. We all know that. No other woman is better than GHISLAINE. Even though, like, obviously, Yorichi and Melona and so on are pretty close by, though. One day we're gonna make that kind of list, right? One day we're gonna make the ultimate waifu tier list. When it's like GHISLAINE versus Melona versus Yorichi. It's like all the top super ultimate waifus, yeah. But anyways, obviously GHISLAINE is number one. That is unquestionable, right? So she gets her own top tier. And why GHISLAINE badass? I mean, have you seen GHISLAINE? Do you have to explain this, right? I don't think I have to explain why GHISLAINE is the coolest waifu in Mushoku Tensei. But obviously I have a lot of images of GHISLAINE. Here's one image, right? I mean, GHISLAINE is like this super badass warrior lady, cat lady, right? Big up eyes, big abs. Big abs, baby. Like, seriously, I'm also an ab guy, right? I'm not an ass guy, I'm not a boob guy, I'm an abs guy, yeah. GHISLAINE, of course, perfect abs, tan, beauty, right? Fun personality. What can I say, right? She's one of the coolest waifus ever. Like, I feel I have to motivate. I don't feel I have to motivate. I mean, she's the coolest wife ever. Like, I don't have to motivate. I feel like, whatever, she's obviously number one. I mean, she's like a muscular Yorichi, though. You know how much I love Yorichi, and GHISLAINE is like Yorichi if she had more muscles, though. That is true, yeah. They are very similar, yeah. Yorichi and her look similar. They're like cat ladies. They got the tan Kurogal booty, right? But this woman got bigger abs, yeah. She's better than Yorichi because she got more muscles. Let's be honest here. She's Yorichi with more abs, yeah. That is what she is, baby. I don't feel I have to motivate why GHISLAINE is the ultimate woman. If you've seen Mushoku Tensei, we all know that GHISLAINE is the coolest waifu. And, to my disappointment, right, didn't have enough screen time after the teleporting. Yeah, I was like, god damn it, man. I want more GHISLAINE, man. So what more do we have? So there's a top waifu. There's the easy top waifu, okay. So let's take someone else. Okay, so Mom. Okay, Jesus Christ, man. Mom. Oh my god, we had Mom earlier. Mom is so hot, man. In the beginning of the anime, he's like staring at Mom. That's Mom, yeah. And he's staring at Mom, you're like, yeah. You're like, Mom. I wish I had Rudy's mom, yeah. Rudy's mom is, oh my god, she is fine. Like, she's an absurdly beautiful character, seeing it, yeah. Seeing it got huge oppas, right, freaking Paul, man. Paul is like, I smashed that woman, I smashed her other woman. Yeah, Paul, man, he's just like, standard is not good enough for him. But yeah, obviously Rudy's mom is this like super big, up-eyed, blonde babe, right? She's a cool, strong personality, also, just like her husband, right? She's a former, obviously adventurer, right? Of course, she focuses on magic, like Rudy, right? Until Paul's disappointment, yeah. And so on, right? But she's obviously a cool, badass mom, right? And I guess some people will say that it's a benefit that she also accepts, secondary waifu to their marriage. But to some extent, though, I mean, it's a Mushoku Tensei thing, but to some extent, that she's like, yeah, let's be, swimsuit waifu mommies together, and they're raising their daughters together because Paul has been out there smashing his harem, right? It is an interesting why I love this anime, because it's interesting seeing that, almost every other storyline, right? You would have the female character being like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, not marry you, whatever, or, divorce you or so on, right? But in this case, she's just like, well, I mean, I guess I can't like throw out my husband and my, you know, my son's half sister or whatever. I guess I'm gonna raise them both or something. Yeah, she's like that. But honestly, this is why I love attention, right? Because actually, yeah, it doesn't feel that unrealistic, right? In reality, you could have like a badass man like Paul, right? You know, big muscular guy, right? Kind of, you know, they're kind of rich to some extent, right? Obviously richer than the average person, right? And he would have more than one wife or, you know, one fling or whatever. And I mean, in history, and still in some countries, right? But especially history, in Europe history, which kind of animated place, right? Basically, like medieval history of Europe, there were a lot of men, of course, that basically had more than one wife, right? And had a lot of, you know, bastards and oäkting in Swedish, yeah. Had a lot of oäktingar or, you know, half siblings and so on, right? And it was kind of common, right? So I kind of liked the vicinity. She's just like, well, I mean, I guess we have like a bigger family down there. I guess I do hope that she and I do hope that they two get it on as well, though. Yeah, we gotta get some. It's a rooted for the problem, right? But I do hope that they get some fun stuff by themselves, right? But it's an interesting storyline, right? And obviously, you know, really, yeah, she's a cool mom. You know, she kept the pantsuit, right? Yeah, the pantsuit treasure, right? As her daughter says, you know, the hentai Onishan, yeah, she kept the pantsuit treasure. So that obviously works her in super waifu tier. Maybe better than Sena, I guess. I guess she's a better waifu than Sena. She kept that precious pantsuit, man. Where is that scene? Oh my god, I probably have it on my computer. Oh my god, give me a second here. I probably have it on my PC, right? This is the same computer I had back in the days, I think. Yeah, it was last year. I haven't bought a new computer since then. I wonder if I have that scene on my... Yeah, here I have it, man. I have it. Jesus Christ, man. This is the scene where the sister finds it. Oh my god. Can I show that on YouTube? It's probably... I was like, wait, can I show that scene? Let's censor it. Censor it. Oh my god. Oh, it's a GIF even. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna remove its GIF part. Oh my god, man. You know what I'm talking about. I have it here now then. I have it in a GIF form. I censor it. Where she finds, of course, her brothers. Yeah, she finds her brothers, you know, the precious treasure, right? Yeah, and so on. And mom is like, I kept your treasure. So yeah, obviously puts her up into, you know, top dog super waifu tier, right? The anime is weird, man. The anime is crazy. Some people don't like that anime, yeah, for some reason. Anyway, what more do we have of the kind of straightforward waifus? So we got, of course, Aries mom, Hilda. She's hot, man. Yeah, she's freaking hot, man. Love the image. Yeah, who doesn't love Hilda, man? Hilda, I think is fun too. She starts out as it's like, oh, she's kind of mean, you know, her mom, right? And then actually, when she gets all, you know, when she gets into it, she's all super nice and cuddly, you know. And she's like, yay, my little Rudy boy. Yeah. So Hilda is a nice waifu too, right? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Hilda. Definitely up there as well. And then we got Roxy's mom. Man, that's Roxy's mom, man. She's like, you know, 150-year-old, 200-year-old, right? She's the family's called Midgard, right? And she's like super old. And I love how, I say, you know, Rudy's like, are you like Roxy's big sister, maybe? Basically, right? Yeah. Is that Roxy Onishan? You know, yeah, because she looks like the exact same as daughter, right? Yeah. She's milf Roxy, right? And, you know, they don't age a lot, right? They don't age very fast, right? So, yeah, she's stuck in that, you know, I don't know, age something, you know, 20-year-old forever, right? Something like that. So, yeah, obviously, like, the very, very milfy, yeah. Perfectly can't age, right? And then we got, this is the other, bad image here, but this is the other Roxy's, right? This person I don't think has a name. This is like the maid, your wife. So I can put her here, I guess, then. We don't see much personality, but she's like that. Then we got these ladies that are trash, of course. So these are the mean Roxys, yeah. These are the Roxy waifus that are like, oh, look at that Roxy. She's like a weirdo, yeah. These are the ones that are like, oh, that kid is weird, yeah. So they are obviously the mean blue-haired Midgard ladies that dislike Roxy. Or her family and so on. Yeah, they're like, they're those people, right? They kind of like, you know, alienate her, right? So let's put them in, yeah, trash, right? You know, pretty mean ladies, yeah, mean ladies. What more do we have? Then we have, let's see. Take someone here that's a little bit, okay, it's not a trash header. This character's name is like Viskiel, or Veskiel, isn't it? I don't pronounce it. So this girl, and this is a girl, yeah, it's like a bug lady, right? She's the woman that like kidnaps pets and is part of this like guild, right? You know, with Rudy Onstom and so on. Right? She's basically part of this like, you know, corrupted like fake guild that does stuff and, you know, yeah, like Viska, she's like a woman that, how I say it, right? So she's obviously trashed, or she get owned by this horse guy or whatever, right? To be his, you know, do his bidding, right? But then she commits crime, right, and do crime to solve them and so on. She's like one of those fire guys, right? She's one of those rescue people, right? They kind of start the fire or whatever, so they can rescue people. You know what I mean? Those pyromania guys like start their own fire, then they can, you know, stop the fire, right? That's kind of what she's doing, yeah, or her partner. They're like, oh yeah, we kind of kidnap the pets, then we bring them back or something. So yeah, it's that kind of shit, right? So obviously she's trash, man. Probably the trashiest female character in this list here. Like that is trash, man. That is, but she's so trash too because, like I said, she does some BS shit right before. Then she gets owned by this guy and is forced into his business, right? Even more evil. And then she kind of just go along with it, yeah. So she's like trash on the trash, right? She's like the trash of trash, yeah. She's the wife of a trash guy, right? So that is like some trash level on trash, man. And what more do we have? We got another GHISLAINE. This is like suit GHISLAINE. Put it up there. It's hiding the abs, but I think it's pretty cute there, yeah. It's like GHISLAINE in a suit. Don't see it very often because it's hiding the abs, right? That's weird, actually. But that's it. This woman, I guess, is mid. This is, oh, what's her name? Her name is like Edna, right? Yeah, Edna, I believe. This is Edna. She is, how does her Edna is? She's the teacher. She's the Aries. She's the teacher before Rudy, or no? She's the teacher. I mean, to some extent, yes, as well. But she's the teacher that does like. Lady etiquette, right? It's her job to teach Aries to be a proper lady, right? She's the one that's like, you know, you have to walk with the book on your head, right? Yeah, she's the woman that is like, you know, you have to, you know, do this thing, right? You know, you have to balance the game on your head or whatever. Yeah, this is Edna, and obviously she's failing, right? Obviously she's terrible. You know, I think about it, isn't she trash? No, she's trash, man. When I think about it, she's goddamn trash. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, yes, Aries has a strong personality, right? Aries, of course, the red top, yeah. Aries got a strong personality, but you know what I mean. That woman, right, Edna, isn't she a complete failure? Like, wasn't she supposed to raise Aries to, you know, not punch people in the face all the time and so on? I'm just thinking, right? Like, I feel like she has massively failed her her job, right? Hasn't she? Remember how Aries, I mean, sure, now Aries looks at this, right? Now she's all happy, and now she's all like this, right? When you're out adventuring and so on. But, you know, remember how Aries used to be, right? Remember how Aries used to beat the crap out of people all the time, and yeah, remember old Aries. That's the. I mean, I'm not blaming that woman 100% for it, but isn't she quite part of that? Like, right? I mean, I guess Hilda. Arguably, maybe should put on Hilda in another tier then, but she's a cute mommy though. But maybe Hilda should be down for that too. But wasn't it her job to, like, isn't she straight up like it's her job to train Aries to not kick people's ass all the time? She's that woman's like, no, Yosama, stop punching him in the face. You know, that's her, yeah. Don't punch the boy in the face again, please, Yosama. That's her. You know, she's terrible at her job, right? I have a hard time seeing her doing a good job. So I put it in trash, definitely, think about it. Okay, what more do we have? Some more trash lady. I feel the furries are kind of hard because she's really mean to Rude in the beginning. Then she kind of busts up, right, you know, when he kind of helps them. And yeah, a little hard with her. I leave her there for now. Okay, we can take the. Let's follow the gray rat furry household. I guess I put them all in best girl. I'm just gonna do them all three like this. So these are like the pets, right? Yeah. So these are the, and I couldn't find their names, so I'm sorry. I don't think the names are ever said. At least the two of them never mentioned in the anime. So I just call them the furry maids, right? So these are three furry maids. They are basically just, you know, sexy furry chicks, right? that, you know, his uncle and grandpa and so on smashes, right? Yeah, it's one of those maids that he walks into and grandpa is doing her, right? Yeah. His anime is so... Mushoku Tensei is such an ecchi anime. Oh my god, now I'm iterating the storyline of this anime. Yeah, you remember that scene when Rudy walked into his grandpa? Remember this episode? Remember? Yeah, it's like, my god, this anime is so ecchi, but... Yeah, so of course these ladies are like the, you know, the furry you can bang, right? Yeah, there's like the sexy maid, right? You know, but they're pretty cute. Not that much personality, but you know, they're doing their best, right? To, you know, probably get paid pretty good to take some grey rat stuff, right? Yeah, take some grey ratting to pay them, you know. It's probably a fine deal, right? It's probably a fine deal, you know, if you're like a normal commoner to do the grey boys. Yeah, probably. Hopefully these leads. Hopefully they get paid. Maybe they're slaves. I don't think they're maybe slaves. I was like, maybe. But they probably, hopefully they get paid, right? Okay. What more do we have? Okay, sure. This is a cutie the best girl though, okay? This is a cutie the best girl, right? Yes, baby, yes. So who is this then? This is of course Aries' friend, right? You know? This is the little cat girl that Aries befriend. She's name is Minetto, not Minetta, Minetio, right? Dedolia, I think pronounced. You know, Ghislaine's last name, yeah, Ghislaine's niece, right? So yeah, of course she's a cutie, the best girl, right? She's like really cool, actually, right? I mean, obviously the anime is very well animated. Best anime last year, right? And yeah, obviously when she's animated fighting Aries or one, that's a cool part. But yeah, she's basically Aries' best friend, right? Arguably, isn't she, right? She's Aries' like bestie, right? Aries never had a friend that was a girl her own age, right? When you think about it, isn't that true with Aries? Isn't that her whole thing, right? With the storyline mostly, that while Aries grew up, she never had any friends with, right? She beat the crap out of everyone. Then she had Rudy, right? But Rudy is like her, you know, yeah, love interest, right? Yeah, romantically more so, right? Eventually, right? So yeah, Minetto, I think that's pronounced. Her, it's like Aries' first real friend, right? And I like the story, like, yeah. And of course she's a cool, you know, lady warrior as well. Yeah, the best girl, right? Similar, of course, to her auntie, GHISLAINE, but obviously on a lesser scale, right? But she's gonna grow into become a GHISLAINE, basically, right? Yeah, she's like tiny GHISLAINE, right? Yeah, obviously. Think about it. It's tiny GHISLAINE. She's just a young GHISLAINE, right? She's gonna train and get bigger muscles and bigger abs and so on too, right? But obviously, you know, because GHISLAINE trained Aries and so on, it's like a lot of storyline there. But that is a cute moment, right? And she's crying and they're all sad and so on. So she obviously does on an extent here. How would I say it? Part of her storyline for this character is of course centered around Aries. I mean, yeah, like without Aries, you know, a lot of her storylines, of course, that she's befriending Aries. I wish I'd seen here. I think it is. She's in the here it is. Yeah, it is. When she's like in that beast girl outfit, right? She's training and fighting them. Yeah, for example, right? So to some extent, sure. And I guess the same thing goes for the other girl, even though she's a little less exciting though, right? But so I put her in under her. But then she also have her friend. Her name is Teresina, not Teresa. That's not a character. Teresina. She's obviously like the secondary, you know. But I feel, you know, Teresina isn't as active as Minetto, right? But it's kind of like, you know, she's the extrovert furry. She's the introvert furry, right? Yeah, they kind of like, you know, hot and cold, right? I guess on purpose on the author, right? If he's like on purpose, right? They're Aries' first girlfriends, right? Her first friends, and one of them is very hot-headed and, you know, aggressive, and the other one is more docile and nice and introverted. So they kind of, you know, complement each other, right? For Aries' first friendship. But yeah, you're late, man. I mean, I did this only for you, Riku. This is purely for you, and you ruined my day doing this list, man. No, but I said earlier, I started a list that, like we said last week, right? Unfortunately, like I said last stream, yeah, I said earlier in the stream, unfortunately doing this stream was very spoilery, right? I got some spoilers getting the images. Getting the images was kind of spoilery, yeah. Like it was, like I was afraid I said last week, right? Like getting, I'm not gonna say watch one here for anyone, right? But like I said earlier again, like when I'm trying to get an image of, let's say I'm trying to get an image of like, you know, Hilda, right? So I'm like, I'm googling like MILF Hilda Mushoku Tensei, right? Because I want this image, right? When Hilda hugs Rudy. Then I get like, here's Hilda's sister, and she's a half dragon, and here's Hilda's mom, and she's a sword warrior or whatever. And then you get that immediately in the images. You're like, oh my god. So, yeah, you can't Google like a single character without getting spoiled, man. It's crazy. You always get the like novel shit. Like, oh, it's so annoying. So yeah, like we said we talked about it in last stream. It was exactly like that. But unfortunately, I say it again because I really want to emphasize that. Don't go to the wiki if you're an anime only, because the wiki is terribly done right. Normally the wikis have spoiler warnings and have spoiler buttons. The empty wiki is for everything's open in your face, right? So that's an immediate. I'll say it again. That was very, very bad. But anyway, yeah. So Aries besties, hot and cold girl. Where's boob lady? I just call her boob lady, right? This is the big boobies. boob warrior lady. Boob warrior lady. I did have an image of her somewhere, man. She's we got this lady, right? I think I have an image of her when she's fighting. Here we go. This is the image, man. This character's outfit, man. This character's outfit. You're just like, I mean, yeah, she looks fine. I mean, with Tensei have so many badass waifus. Look at her abs. Look at her like side muscles. I don't even know what that's called. What is that called? The muscle you have here? Kind of the rib muscles, right? Like the muscles she has between her ribs. Look at those, like extremely detailed, Yeah, she's so ripped, man. Her name is like what? Verka? Vessel? Or something of V. Oh, I'm not gonna remember her name. What's her name now again? Varia? Is that pronounced? I just call her Big Boob Lady, yeah, like she got that warrior oppies. But yeah, I mean, she's obviously in Paul's party, right? And, she's the one that meets up with Rudy when he has the panzer armor on him, and so on. But yeah, she got a body, man. She's quite the looker, right? And she's like a cool lady, and she helping Paul, right? Saving, people that got displaced, right? And so on. And, she's a... How do I say it? I guess it's like a supportive side for Paul, right? One thing that I don't get though, honestly, and I met a lot of people that angered me when I was doing the reviews or whatever last year. I was like, I'm sure Paul is smashing her, something like that. I got so many comments since the last year that I was like, I'm sure she and Paul are sleeping together, right? And people were like, no, Paul would never do that. He's trying to find his wives. He's trying to find his Zenith that is missing somewhere, the mother of his 2 kids. He would never cheat on Zenith. And I was like, but he already cheated on Zenith with this other woman. There were so many comments that were like, Paul would never sleep with Varia. And I was like, she runs around in a bikini the whole episode, only. She fights half naked the whole episode. She's very, very attractive, and she likes Paul. She's like, oh, Paul is my best friend, yeah. And I'm like, I'm sure Paul and her are doing it, right? And everyone's hating me. They're like, no, Paul would never cheat on Lilia and seal it. And I'm like, Jesus, he's already like a womanizer. He's like, Paul sleeps with half the cast, man. I was like, what? But yeah, doesn't she have a power? Yeah, doesn't she have like a yeah, I know. Doesn't she have a power that makes her stronger of a bikini? It's something like that, right? She has to show her skin, right? Yeah, it's anime 101, right, man? My magical metal bikini makes me stronger, Of course. I mean, obviously, her bikini makes her stronger. Everyone knows that. But I'm just, again, I'm sure she and Paul is doing it. Come on, am I the only one? Doesn't make any sense otherwise. Paul has everyone. Paul is the Armin character, man. He already got 2 wives, man. And Paul's backstory is him doing, every other woman do, right? I just don't buy it, man. I just don't buy it. People keep saying I'm wrong. I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. And for that matter, her sister, right? I mean, Paul only has one thing he's done right. And for that matter, her sister then, what's her name? Shiara? Something like that, right? Shiara. Something like that. Goddamn weird names all gonna have. I feel is kind of boring, honestly. Like her sister is this like badass warrior lady with, obviously metal bikini. The other sister is like kind of like I guess they're kind of similar to these 2 girls as well, right? Honestly, thinking about from a writing standpoint. She's the hot-headed, in-your-face extrovert, right? And she's the kind of the docile introvert. But I think in this case, it's like, furry Genki girl, right? Kind of furry introvert girl, right? And they kind of complement. But in this case, I feel she's just too introverted. I mean, I think she's an interesting character. She's not a terrible character, but I think she's a little bit like, too in the back, right? She's like, Nisha, let's go and fight. She's a little too much in the back, in my opinion. And her sister, though, is very in the front, though. So they're kind of the extremity, right? But honestly, yeah, these 4 characters are kind of similar. They kind of have the same disposition, right? One very extrovert, one quite introvert, and so on. But yeah, that's kind of the system with Paul. What more do we have in this field of characters, man? Well, I guess we have another GHISLAINE. You put it up there, right? I'm gonna order, of course, later afterwards. Now we have... this woman is hard, okay? I feel this woman is hard. And I couldn't find her name. Does it even mention her name? And this is one of the things that I got spoiled. I tried to find her name. Because I couldn't, like... what's her name now again? And she doesn't even have a wiki page, I realized. But this is, like... isn't she the mom of her, right? Isn't this her mother? Like, she's portrayed as... it's a little weird because you have more furry ladies in the background first. But she's the woman that's like, throws shit on Rudy. It's like, disgusting human, So in the beginning, she's obviously trash. She's like, disgusting human boy coming here to our village, saving us, right? Yeah. She's like, eat crap, right? But then she kind of becomes a little nicer when he's befriending her daughter or something by looking at the daughter and Aries. That's it, yeah. And looking at her daughter and Aries, hanging out together. Then she likes Rudy more, I guess. Also, when Rudy befriends, of course, the Holy Beast, right? There's also a woman for that band, right? But I didn't put the beast in the list here. I felt that was a little out of the storyline. But I don't know. I think she's a little hard. I understand what she hates humans for. But on the same time, she's a little mean to Rudy. She's like a normal boy in the beginning, right? And she helps them. I don't know why she hates Rudy so much in the beginning. I feel I'm a little hard where I put her. I was starting to put her here in trash. She's really mean to Rudy in the beginning. Yeah, she's super, like, I hate you, disgusting, Yeah, she's very, very mean, like the first episode. And then she gets better. But so I wouldn't put her in the other trash level, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't put her higher than mid, because I feel she gets nicer later on, right? But she obviously won't get up in, like, this level of characterization. So I'm gonna put her here in the beginning. And I guess this other furry is the same way. She's just kind of like in the background. She's like, oh, Rudy, And there are other furries here too. I always took her, she was the best image. But they're basically like, 10 other female furries in the background, right? That are slaves or they're rescues or so on. So obviously there's a bunch of like, you can take like 10 more images here, right? Of these like furry girls in the background. But none of them have any names, right? They don't even have any characterization. So I'm putting them in mid, right? Kind of similar to, Roxy MILF 10, right? Yeah. This is like random furry lady that exists in the background, right? She's a beast woman. And yeah, it's like 40 more of them, right? But you know what I mean? They don't have any real storyline. But yeah, her sister is very shy, yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I feel her sister, Shira, she's too introverted, yeah. So the sister is too extroverted. yeah. She's like, I gotta take the attention from my sister by showing my tatas, yeah. She's like expositioning. I'm gonna be like really, really in everyone's face with my warrior up-eyes. And that's gonna, don't want to look at my sister then. They got some weird storyline going there. But that's what I'm saying. She's too extreme. And she's too extreme. They're too extreme, right? They're too extreme. Yeah, they're like night and day, right? They're too like far away from each other. It's like, it feels a little awkward. But talking about that, here's another waifu, of course. My god, here is a waifu. Oh, she's probably up here, man. Maybe even almost in GHISLAINE level, man. Probably the top waifu. I put the image there, of course, on purpose. So, of course I can't show you any kind of crazy image of this fine lady, right? But I found this image that it was kind of cute of Elena. This, yeah. And she's like, there we go, yeah. And she's like blowing a kiss to us, So obviously, this is quite a fancy elf waifu, right? That I think everyone can recognize in this anime. She's obviously quite fine, right? Yeah, it's she has there's something that happens in a lot of her scenes that we basically can't talk about here, right? But you know what I mean. So obviously she's the elf that has a lot of fun. Yeah, she's the family-friendly elf, right? That Roxy walks in on like more than once, right? And she has a curse, right? She has something like I need to have family fun time curse. Yeah, she has a curse that she's like, yeah, GHISLAINE of course is the ultimate waifu, but I think I don't know if I put her over the hot moms. But she's not so weird up here, right? Yeah, maybe she's the toppest wife afterward. But I mean, obviously, she's a character straight off of a hentai. Let's be honest here. She's a character that's like the main character of a hentai. Right? She's just like, oh, I have a curse, so I need to have family fun time with 50 men a day. Yeah, like her character is just absurd. Her character is just her going around and she needs to get it on right. But she's like a super sexy elf, right? And I don't know how old she is, but she's something like, I don't know how old she's supposed to be, right? But she's an elf, she's like 1,000-year old. I don't know, I read it on Wiki, right? She's like at least 200 years old, something like that, right? And yeah, hello, bro, do you know, do you know how old, yeah, I don't know how old she is, but she's like at least a few hundred years old, right? And she's like, I need to do it all the time, or that's like my curse. She's like a soccer boss. You think about it, I guess you could define it as a soccer boss, right? Like she's an elf, but her curse makes her like a literal soccer boss, right? So she has to live on, like family fun time, right? She has to survive on family fun time, right? Or something like that, right? Whereas her curse is gonna activate, right? Or hurt her or whatever. Basically, right? So it's a crazy character, truly. The kind of a crazy cat thing, but obviously we all love her, right? She's like that hentai main character that we all love. But seriously, she's straight up a Route 34 character, right? If you read, and I don't read that stuff, right? But for research purposes, of course, I've seen a few, just for research purposes. And very commonly, right, the woman in like a hen, right, is gonna be like, oh, I need to do with everyone. I just wanna do the whole town, It's like, it's my hobby, It's like metamorphosis, right? Yeah, it's my best fun time, right? And that's basically her. She's the representative of the hen character. It's like, yeah, we gotta do it with everyone. So she's also up here, a very fine elf, and she's a milf too, yeah. I was thinking about this list, right? There are a lot of milfs. Similar to My Academia. My Academia is like a lot of tilfs, right? Because so many teachers, and also milfs. This also feels like a lot of milfs, right? Because it's like, GHISLAINE is a milf, right? She's like a super muscular milf. She's a milf. Obviously, there are milfs, and she's a milf, she's a milf, she's a milf. This is like, this anime I feel is very milfy. Think about, yeah, they're all like, all the top girls and most of them are moms too. They actually have kids too. They're not just like, how to say it. Sometimes the definition of the word MILF, right, has gone from an actual mother, right, to just a woman that's older than like 25 or 30, right? You know what I mean? The word used to mean like, Stifler's mom, and it was actually Stifler's mom, right? Played by, of course, Jennifer Coolidge. And it used to go from that, and now it's like, I don't know, Natasha in Black Widow is a MILF, because she's like 75 or whatever in this comics, because she's got a serum. She's a MILF, right? You know what I mean? But in this anime, yeah, there actually are literal MILFs, though, at least. Most of them actually have daughters or sons or whatever. They actually have children too, right? But yeah, bro, I mean, Bleach we are done, man. We did Bleach yesterday, we did Bleach trailers and 3, right? And we done, of course, Bleach waifu list long time ago. Obviously, Yurichi was... I love my Yurichi, right? I saw earlier, I love my Yurichi, right? I love my Yurichi. Of course, Yurichi is number 1 on that list. I have no problem saying that. I got Yurichi here, on my shirt, right? But, yeah, like, this list, man, very milfy, man. One day maybe I should do TV shows, yeah. It's gonna be like Stifler's mom, it's gonna be Peggy, Peggy Bundy, man. This original MILF character on TV, right? Like, am I the only one? If you look at old TV shows, the original MILF, right, is seriously Peg Bundy, right? And she also voices Layla in Futurama, yeah. And so on. She's the OG, sexy mother character, right? And then, of course, Stifler's mom and Stacy's mom are kind of like where the word became famous, right? Like late 90s, right? American Pie and the musical video Stacy's mom. It's kind of like when the word got, used a lot, right? I know my history of hen stuff. Yeah, but I know my history of hen stuff, man. But the Aries, man, we get into the Pokemon girl last, I feel, right? I like to end the list with something cool, right? Anyway, let's talk about what we left. We have Teresa left. I guess we don't know too much about her yet, but she's kind of cute. We've seen her. So Teresa is in the... I haven't read the LN, but Teresa is in the anime. I have not read, it's not spoiler, but I know she's in the Aries, you know, she's in the Aries Goblin Hunt. I have to image that, you know. So she's fair game in this list here, because she's fair game, because she's part of that Aries Goblin episode. So here it is, yeah, I got it, some image of it here, right, bam, yeah, that's, you know, this episode, you know. When when Aries goes out and kill goblins, right? Then Teresa appears with Miruko, right? Which is her name. But I don't know much about Teresa, but she is in that episode. Of course, she's the one that Aries helps, right? Yeah, she's the one that Aries helps. So this character, so I don't know much about her, right? But I got spoiled, as I kept saying, right? Honestly, because when I did that review, of course, this is from the episode. This is an OVA episode. And this is what I mean, unfortunately. I want to talk too much here, but press that like button and share the video there, right? But unfortunately, when you do anime stuff on YouTube, so again, I did a review, right, of Goblin Slayer Aries. Of course, like 4 comments are like, oh, this is Teresa. This is this thing, yeah. And then immediately, like 5 comments are like explaining, you know, immediately. You know, immediately right, comments are like, this woman is this thing, and you're like, oh my god. So you always get spoiled, seriously. So I probably didn't know too much about Teresa, but I should know, because I never remove any comments, right, you know. I got people telling me that, oh, you're wrong, Takamichi is a great character or whatever, right? No, Mikasa is a good waifu or something. No, she isn't, okay? She's trash, okay? I'm a trash character. But anyway, I never remove any comments. The only comments I remove, right, are these comments that are blatantly spoilers, right? The only comments I remove, you man. So yeah, when I review the OVA, of course people are like, let me tell you Teresa's life story. I'm like, no, I don't want to know Teresa's full life. I want to see it in the anime. But anyway, so I'm gonna just put her in. So I probably know what the more I should know about her. I'm just gonna put her in. But I actually see like cool, like a paladin something. I guess I put her a little bit here. These ladies are just kind of the sex maids. I guess she's a little more personality, I guess, than them. But still, I don't know too much about her, right? But I obviously know. I know one thing. I won't say it here, but I know one thing that is obvious, though. I think that is obvious. So I agree that I got spoiled on, of course, in the comments with the OVA. But I do agree that is visually very obvious. So that's for my guess anyway. And that's unfortunately the problem, though. Honestly, when you do this stuff, right? It's an anime only. But of course, in my video, I said I am guessing she is X, right? Then of course the comments are like, yes, you're right, she is X. And in one way, you do want to kind of be right, but also, you know, as anime only, you don't want people to like confirm your theories. You know what I mean? You don't want people to confirm your theories because then you get spoiled, right? So it's a little bit, but you're kind of baiting it, right? Because I had my theory who she was, right, and I was right in my theory. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I drop it, but I don't want to spoil. But you get my point. It's a little bit like. Yeah, Mikasa fans was always after me, man. I showed that video last week, right? But I think it's so funny that my most disliked video this year is the one where I complained about Mikasa in the last episode. Yeah, and it's so funny. Like, it wasn't when I complained about Eren, you know? When I said, oh, I don't really feel like Eren's plan of the rumbling is good or whatever. Maybe you should do this thing instead. No, that video was like 100 likes, right? And then I do like, I don't know if Mikasa is a good female character. 300 dislikes. It's like, the Mikasa stance, they come after you when you're like, the Eren stance are not very, they don't care, man. But the Mikasa stance, yeah, they come and they want blood, man. They want blood. But I guess I mean these 2 characters. I put them in because these 2 are also they're in the anime trailer, okay? So, but I don't know anything about them. But she looks adorable, okay? In the trailer. But they are in the trailer. I guess you meant this character, right? Sarah and Susanna. They are in the trailers. They have been animated. But sure, we can take Sarah. She looks adorable. So I'm just gonna guess she's like a waifu, okay? This is purely me guessing, but she seems to be the new. And this is Susanna. She looks like a muscular pack or something. So these 2 are. And this is again, okay? I'm purely guessing now. Purely guessing, seriously. From the trailer, okay? So obviously I did a trailer, right? I read through a trailer. I did a long, review on trailer, right? This woman is like the most prominent woman in the trailer. And I know her name is Sarah. That of course I did Google, right? But Her name is Sarah, but whatever, that's not a spoiler, it's her name. Yeah, so her name is Sarah, and she's very, very prominent in the trailer. And what I'm guessing, right, as I said in that video too, is that she's gonna be like a party member, obviously, of Rudy. They're fighting with Rudy, right, together against the monsters, and same with Susanna, right? So they're obviously gonna be some kind of, his new party after Aries and so on, right? He got alone, right? He's all alone in the world, so he's gonna team up with them, right? So I'm guessing that the next arc, probably, I guess, right, as the enemy only, that is gonna be about these ladies, right? They're gonna be the main. I would say they'll be the main focus, but I mean, they're gonna be his new friends, right? Since, of course, the other character, Rudy Arizona, left him, right? So I guess that they're gonna be the, the first episode will be about them. But yeah, this woman looks very focused in the trailer. Like, she's crying and so on, right? And then I do think we see Mom in the end, right? There's another woman that's a blonde babe in the trailer, and some people thought it was her again, right? But my theory, you say my trailer of interest, right? My theory, my review trailer. My theory is that it's Mom, right? That is stuck in some prison, right? Yeah. So in some crystal, right? So I think it's Mom that we see actually in the end. But some people said it was Sarah, but I'm like, nah, I think it's Mom. I think it's Mom. I think I even have the image. Give me a second here. I probably have the image somewhere. I probably saved it somewhere on my PC, The thing is that I probably just call it like Mom or something, and I probably just call it Mom, and it's just like I have a lot of characters. If I search Mom, I get a lot of moms right on my. Yeah, if I just write Mom, I just get a lot of moms, so it wasn't the best search term on my PC here. Here I get some Zenith Mom though. So I can find that scene with the crystal scene. Oh man, more moms, man. Man. Typing Mom on my PC, man, give me a lot of images. Yeah, I mean, they're all like nice though, don't get me wrong. I mean, I get a lot of like, mom images, yeah. It's not like, it's no freaking Route 34, man. It's just like a lot of stuff popping up here that are mothers. Yeah, the Bleach trailer was amazing. The Bleach trailer I watched yesterday, right? I got home late yesterday, but it was amazing because it was just like so much content too. It was just like so. This mom is cool. See this anime? This mom is cool, man. She's in love. It's natural mom. Yeah, she's in love with Ronaldo. Yeah, this mom is a vampire mom in love with the vampire hunter. Is in this mom? Gyru mom, man. This mom here. I didn't work. That was a weird. What more mom do I have, man? Alabama mom is always fun, man. I can't find a goddamn image of seeing it when she is. I think that she is in the crystal. God damn it. Maybe I don't have it anymore. I have this image of Mom. Mom. I have too many Mom images. Is what it is, man. Too many Mom. Here's best Mom, though. Seriously, this is the best of best moms, man. This is the best Mom, though. Oh my god. Look at this, man. This is a true best Mom. I probably have it better though if we go like this though. No, what's it? What is the best mom? Now I'm on moms here, guys. I need to put this image here, man. Here's the best mom. I found it, guys. The best mom! I found it. The ultimate best mom. Look at that. That is the best mom of all time, man. That is the best of best moms. That is the best mom of all moms. Holy shit, man. That is the best of best moms. But anyway, I think it's Mom, right, in the trailer in the end. But yeah, Vampire Mom. People see the anime? It's called Vampire That's So Easily. Yes, the anime is kind of funny, and one episode, seriously, right, it's very hentai, seriously. So one episode, the main character, right, Ronaldo, right, that no one likes or whatever, yeah, the vampire hunter, he is about books, right, and one vampire is in love with him, basically. One, yeah, healing, healing, man. You know what I'm talking about. Healing, baby. Man, I cried the healing episode. Have you seen that, man? Have you seen my King, All-Summer ranking? I want to spot people in All-Summer ranking, but I was weeping tears like a baby, right, when we had the healing. But I was weeping like a baby, right, when we had that healing episode, where she's gonna heal, here's a good image, yeah, here's a good image of healing, best mom ever. But I was weeping tears like a little baby when she's gonna heal. I don't want to spoil, but when she's like, I gotta heal him, and she's like running over there, and he throws a spear. I gotta go for think about it. He throws a spear, you know, and he throws a spear and it's like, run, healing Sama! And she's like, no, I gotta save, you know, it's so good, man. It's so good. But it's so fantastic. It's insanely good. I get a goosebump talking about it, seriously. I'm getting goosebump. I'm the kind of guy, I can give myself goosebump just remembering it. Yeah, when I don't want to spoil it, but it's an amazing scene when she's about to die, right? And she's saved by one guy. And he's like, healing Sama, Nigero! You know, Nigero, healing Sama, right? Run, healing Sama. And she's like, no, I gotta save my friend. And she's gonna pull her away from the beast. Man, that scene is so good, man. She's like, no, I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna die in fight or something. It's such an amazing scene. That's like one of the best anime scenes, easily, man. This beginning of this year, yeah, that could easily be still like the best anime scene this year. When healing someone's like, no, I'm staying. It's just so good, man. It's an amazing scene. Holy shit, man. That's the ultimate moment. Healing, man. And it's so good too. I don't want to spoil it, but it's so good. If you haven't seen Ranking of Kings or Osama Ranking, man, you gotta see it, man. It's not the guard, but she's the Lady Anne. She's like the elite soldier with her, right? I guess she's a guard. I don't think she's a guard. She's like a knight, right? She's like one of the legendary knights or whatever. She's one of those 3 knights that are like her top elite knights, right? Her personal elite knights or whatever they're called, right? She's the knife thrower. She throws knives like the same guy, like he does in Berserk, right? Like Guts has. These like throwing knives. It's like weird triangular knives she has, right? She's injured, right? And he's gonna save healing. He's like, no, I have to save Anne. It's amazing. But anyway, one thing I was saying briefly before I spoke too much. But that anime is so good because with healing, especially, right, in the beginning of the anime, when you think the healing is evil, that is so good. The writing, people haven't seen it again. You have to see Ranking of Kings, right? With the scene with healing, everyone, if you're watching the anime, you think the healing is gonna be an evil stepmom, right? Because she's written as, you know, this evil, distant stepmom, right? And then they completely subvert you. That's what I knew, that anime was gonna be one of the best anime this year and last year and this year, right? Because when that scene happens, right? When she's this like healing is portrayed as this like evil Disney mother, and then it's like completely turned around, and you're like, whoa! She was doing this shit, and she was actually helping him, and she was doing this thing, and you know. It's amazing. It's just amazing when she's just like, no, you're actually this thing. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so fantastic. But anyway, I'm not talking too much. I'm not spoil anime, but seriously, I don't think many people have seen the anime, but this anime is so good. I think it's one of the I think it's like the second best anime this anime. Yeah, it's such a good anime. Jesus Christ. Especially that with healing, when she actually is a good mom. Yeah, it's just so good. But anyway, back to this thing, man. But I can talk about healing for hours. She's such a good character. Where are we? So we have this woman, which I'm pretty sure is like who. I think one issue with this woman, right, is that I don't know too much about her, of course, because she's just with Orsted and she's like super evil or whatever, but probably not evil then because she's stopping, right? A problem with her is she looks exactly like a woman in slime. You know what I mean? And I don't really believe in this coincidence, right? So if you ask me, I would guess that the slime, because isn't this anime like, isn't the novel like at least 10 years older than Slime or whatever? So I would guess that the author of Slime has read Tensei and was like, okay, I'm gonna bring this woman into my anime, right? Or my novel, right? Is that what it is? Look at FT in One Piece, right? Like Gilda is Shanks, right? There was one guy in a video like 10 years ago about FT and One Piece and compared like 100 manga panels, and you're like, oh my god, like this guy's just like printing off One Piece, man. I don't believe in those coincidences, right? So, unfortunately with this character, I'm not saying this is true, but I feel like she seems so incredibly similar in appearance and so on to this character in Slime, that I feel that I've been spoiled by Slime? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but I feel like, isn't she Shishu from Slime? Like, she's so incredibly similar to Slime, man. Yeah, but but I mean, isn't she similar to Slime Shisu? Like, she looks so similar to her. I didn't prepare an image for this. Give me a minute, man. I probably will react, of course, to Cyberpunk, of course. Cyberpunk. I mean, it's freaking Studio Trigger, right? So Sisu with the mask on. If you haven't seen Slime, this woman is so similar to Nanashi. Like, it's incredibly similar in appearance-wise, and I'm guessing also storyline-wise. Like, seriously, I don't want to be right, but I think that is. I can't find an image with her with the mask on, of course, but. Oh, here it is. Okay, good. Here's an image of Shishu. I assume people have seen this anime, of course, Tensei Slime, right? Popular anime, but But yeah, like, you know, they are so similar in appearance-wise, and even like what we've seen personality-wise so far. And that I'm just thinking that, you know, that the author is like, oh, I got the idea from this anime or whatever. Right? Yeah, it feels so similar. Let's see if I'm right in that, but I feel that she's gonna be like Shishu, you know, like seriously, like it is just so similar. But anyway, I guess I put her in. I also put her in. I mean, I guess she helped Rudy with the whole thing. I guess she's like, oh no, this is bad. Hard character to put, I feel, right now, without really like knowing too much about her. As an anime only, I guess I put her here. I guess she's a little helpful, but I wouldn't put her in like the other categories. Okay, and then we have, of course, Kirishika, is that pronounced? Crazy Demon Girl. Come on, that's the best girl, man. She's like, want to lie? Bam! Come on. This is the Crazy Demon Lord chick. Come on, everyone loves her. I love her, man. She's like, here, you get that eye power up. Just keep still, boy. Take the eye. You know, you're like, what is happening? Oh, come on, she's hilarious, yeah. She's a weird demon lord chick that's just like, yeah, oh, I'm lost, I need hunger or something. I haven't eaten in 2 days, whatever, yeah. Very crazy demon chick, right? Of course, she's like probably 1,000 years old or whatever, right? She's a Shibi, right? But she's probably like 1,000,000 years old or something. I don't know how old she is, but I'm guessing she's like a 10,000-year-old lady, right? Something like that. but come on, so I put her in best girl. I put her in best girl, man. You know, that's kind of what I would be, man. Something like that, yeah. Definitely. But she's a Shibi, man. You can't use the word, man. Shibi. I mean, seriously. It's gonna be bad otherwise, man. It's like, bad, man. You gotta think about it. But anyway, Shibi Baba, you know, so we call them, yeah. What more do we have? We have another GHISLAINE, definitely. Yeah, GHISLAINE up there. I guess we only have the starter Pokemon. Yeah, so we have this woman. People are telling me she's amazing. And I'm just gonna put her here in the mid tier as well then. So this is Ariel, right? And she's gonna be in the next arc, I guess, or 2 arcs from now. Definitely gonna be in this like school arc, whatever it is, like academia arc next season. So again, I'm anime only, but very clearly, right? We got this girl with white hair, who can that be, landing in this place, right, in the trailer. And I mean, obviously, like I said in my trailer reaction, I'm like, I'm pretty sure who that white-haired lady is. Yeah, I feel that basically isn't a spoiler. I feel like everyone is like, I'm pretty sure who's that. That chick with pointy ears and white hair. Yeah, I feel everyone is kind of like pretty sure on that, right? So I'm guessing that this woman and Ariel and I guess other people around her is gonna be part of the next season, right? Definitely, yeah, it's gonna be like next season character. So I put her here in just like a basic tier here so far then. And then we got another GHISLAINE image because GHISLAINE is kind of hot. And then we got another GHISLAINE image that is Sakishian definitely. Then we got another GHISLAINE image. Bam. Yeah, she's best girl. Yeah, but a lot of people told me she's a great character. A lot of people told me that she's a really, really good character. But that's what I mean. Those comments, I say it again, those comments are perfectly fine. Right? And I wish people, I feel ranting, but those comments I feel are perfectly fine. Right? People are like, oh, Ariel, that's my favorite character. Right? I have a lot of comments saying that Ariel, that's my favorite female character. You know what I mean? Those comments are perfectly fine. But unfortunately, some comments are like, oh, that's Ariel. She's like this badass ice dragon. You're like, don't write, her perfect powers or whatever, right? That's where, unfortunately, right? A lot of people are like, I understand that people are hyping up, this is my favorite female character, this is my favorite guy, this guy is the best character, whatever. I understand people hype it up, right? But some people unfortunately are like, let me explain to you exactly why she's my favorite character. You're like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Some people are like, let me perfectly explain to you in detail why she's the best character, right? And you're like, oh, yes. But now then, we have the final war, right? It will be a good stream here, I feel. I love to start out right with some of the best character, the GHISLAINE, right? And then we end it with the Pokemons, right? Yeah. And I do obviously love to put the thumbnail. But yeah, they're too excited. But seriously, I mean, I understand it, right? But that is honestly, before I say the Pokemon stuff, I'll say it again. That's honestly, I understand, but it's honestly the most common spoiler I get, right? Having, not on YouTube, but YouTube, Twitter, so on, yeah, all channels. everything, right? Is that people are so excited, right? They're like, oh my god, this waifu, or like Melona, she got this like fire power, she's just so freaking hot. Yeah, they get like that kind of level, right? So most spoilers you get to are for people being like, oh my god, this character is so cool or whatever, yeah. So I understand where they're coming from, but that's why people have to write a little bit more like, preferably write like, this is my favorite character, but not like, but don't write out like, you know, her powers are half ice dragon or whatever, right? She could turn into an ice dragon, yeah. Don't write out like exactly the details of her, of her power spectrum. That would be preferable, right? But yeah, now we have the, all the waifus been done, right? So we got the Pokemons, and honestly, right, the first time I saw someone do this comparison, I can't get it out of my head either, right? I mean, absolutely right. It's stuck in my head too, right? Because you really have the grass peak, right? Seriously, this is like, I mean, I agree generally, right? Yeah, you have the blue one, you got the Squirtle, right? Bulbasaur, of course, is the grass one, and if I think about it, but yeah, whatever, Bulbasaur. No one cares about Bulbasaur, man. No one ever picked Bulbasaur. It's terrible Pokemon. Poison and grass, man, is the worst combination ever. Super terrible combination. And now I'm trying to find a good image, of course, of Aries. Red one, the Charlie Shard, yeah, the spicy one. Oh, this one then. Oh, this one, angry one. Oof, yeah, this one, the spicy one, right? Yeah. So then you get that one, right? Super spicy. Maybe better with this thing. Bam. So now we got a pick, right? We got a pick, yeah. But seriously, like again, the first time I saw someone say this thing, I can't unsee it, right? It really is the Pokemon sorter. One is grass, one is green, one is Squirtle, one is blue, and one is Charmander, one is red, right? Like I can't not unsee it now. I can't not unsee it. It really is the starter waifu. The starter pack waifus. RGB, yeah, RGB, red, green, blue, right? It really is how they are. And seriously, from a personality standpoint, they definitely are that too. And this, of course, is an anime thing, though, or a manga thing, whatever you call it, generally speaking, right? That the red hair person is hot, right? Like, seriously, that's a very, very Japanese cultural thing, right? It's the same thing in basically every other anime, more or less, right? The woman with red hair is gonna be, you know, like the angry, you know, the angry, like, how do I say it? You know, the angry one, the tsundere, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get a shirt, sorry guys, but, like, give me a second here. The red one is the tsundere, right? Always so on. But, where's the shirt with the Uni here? I'm just gonna get my Uni shirt, it's a good example, right? So I'm gonna explain to you guys why this actually is a culture thing in Japan, though. But this is seriously a culture thing in Japan, right? So the red one is the red Uni, right? So if you go here, and I put on the camera here, this is a shirt that I made, right? And this is the Uni, of course. You know, sexy Uni chick, right? Muscular, angry Uni chick. Look at this right there. One of my many shirts, right, that I made. And of course, typically, right, the red Uni is super angry, right? So this actually comes from a cultural thing. It comes from, you know, red Uni, blue Uni. So it's a very classic, you know, Japanese cultural, what's it? Like, yeah, like image of culture or whatever, right? And if you look at something like a good image of it, but here's in Dragon Ball, it's a good image. So this is an example of red Uni, blue Uni, right? So it's a very Japanese culture thing, right? So you see it in, you know, like for example, Dragon Ball, you see it in etc., right? But the thing is that from a cultural standpoint then, right? And obviously the color scheme itself kind of gives it away. But the red Uni and the blue Uni are very then commonly, you know, shown, right, as the red one is of course angry, right? Looks like the tsundere, right? The red one is angry, and then of course the blue one is ice, right? So the powers usually are, you know, fire power, right? And then the other one, of course, is you know how to say it, right? They're icy, right? They're blue, so they're kind of like, you know, more collected and calm and so on. And this is really a very, very Japanese trope. So not only do you have it from an actual visual standpoint, but even the powers typically then follow this color schema. So you can find so many examples of, you know, the red, blue Uni, right? And of course, the example that probably is the most famous example in anime that people might not think about it as that example, I suppose, but it really is the most common example, right? Is obviously this thing, right? So we show these people this example. People, oh yeah, because they're Unis, right? That of course is Rem and Ram, right? It's probably the big example of it in anime. So Rem and Ram are, they're Oni sisters, right? They're twins, just like the Unis. One red, one blue, right? Again, they're twins in the original storyline as well. And yeah, obviously blue, red hair, right? So that's actually straight up red and blue Uni. And yeah, red and blue Uni is a trope, right? So you can go Google it, you get a trope, and you can find many, many examples of red and blue Uni. So that's kind of where this comes from, right? From, if you go back like a few hundred years ago in Japanese history, right? It comes from this like, well, the red woman is gonna be angry, right? And if you look at anime, of course, the tsundere, right, is red hair, right? The tsundere is very commonly a redhead. And the blue woman, right, is gonna be more nice and introvert, right? And if you look at something like Sailor Moon, right? Sailor Moon, typical famous anime, right? Sailor Mercury, she's a smart one, she's a blue. So blue is like the color of, the brain, right? Blue is the color of, calm, analyzation, right? Introversion, right? So this is a very, very, very established thing in Japan, right? That a blue-haired woman, she's the brains, right? And the red head is of course the aggressive, the aggressive warrior, right? So we will put them on the list, then, and then of course green, a little less out of the culture, right? But of course green is the mellow middle, right? Green is the nature, right? Green is the calm nature woman in the middle, right? She's the one that is the blend, right? In Japanese, for that matter, right, you don't have a name for green though. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, in Japanese originally, you don't have a name for green. So in Japanese, this hair color is called aoi, traditionally wise. Yeah, I know people don't believe that, but seriously, in Japanese, they work like this, right? You have a name for green, which is midori, which is a newer name. So historically speaking, aoi was like the name they had for both blue and green. Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why they had the Pokemon thing, because in Japan, right, Pokemon is red and green, and then in South Japan it's a Pokemon red and blue, right? So in English, people taking red and blue, but in Japan it's red and green. And I would guess that one of the reasons is that they would never change red. You know what I mean? Because in Japan the red color is more like unique, so to speak, than green and blue. Honestly, I think that because for them it's like more interchangeable, blue and green, right? But red is like red, red is the angry one. Yeah, red is the fire one. That means, I think there's a little bit of how it is, seriously speaking. But anyway, of course, their power spectrum, green usually, of course, represents, but what can I say, right? Nature and so on, right? I've never seen Yellowstone. I don't know what it is at all. But anyway, what we do then, right? I mean, I have my Aries bicep, right? So I'm just gonna say that Aries is the waifu. I'm just gonna say that Aries is the best girl. Bam, okay? Damn, okay? Now we get the warrior. Now we're gonna get some war going on, right? But Aries, of course, has the most. I think that it is. Yeah, blue is always calm, right? Yeah, blue is calm, right? I think it is that. To some extent, though, Sylphie is probably gonna lose here. I just be straight up because she's not as focused in this season, right? So first, of course, Roxy is the first to kind of have focus, right? And she helps, Rudy to go outside and helps him with agoraphobia and so on. And etc. Right? And Sylphie's DS is, only best friend, right? But after that, Sylphie isn't in the anime, She gets blown away, right? And then of course Aries is, enters, right? She's this aggressive, super angry lady, and then Aries, of course, grows with us, right? Aries has all the storyline. So I really have to, of course, put Aries as number one. She's an amazing character. I love Aries, and she's extremely well written, right? But she has an amazing character development, of course. And that is like the other characters don't even have nearly her screen time. So I feel they are not close to her, honestly. Honestly, it's like Aries is a little bit, in that sense, right? And Roxy, though, has a lot more screen time as well, right? So it's a little bit on that as well. But I do think that, as it stands right now, I have seen Sylphie, when she starts out, right? And then, obviously, she's the character, she's gonna be in next season, right? But I haven't seen it yet, right? So I really do feel that Sylphie is currently, I feel Sylphie is like, yeah, she was kind of like the first friend, but then what has she done for me lately? You know, what has she done for me lately? Then she kind of disappeared. Yeah, like she was there the first week, and then she hasn't been there for the last 10 years, right? She was my first girlfriend, and I kissed her once when I was 16, and then I didn't kiss her ever again. You know, that's kind of like how Sylvie feels like. She's that girl your first crush, and then you moved away, you never saw her again. Yeah, and Roxy has a lot of her own, you know. So I think that alone, right? Yeah, next season is probably gonna be a lot more, yeah, Sylvie and Roxy, right? So that alone, I feel Aries, you know, misread beats them, right? Because it's hard to not put Roxy as, yeah, I don't know, Roxy is more, but yeah, I feel Aries is gonna win, right? From all those standpoints, and she's gonna overcome the other two, hide her in the background here, hiding behind her. And I feel that's fair. I feel that really is fair that Aries wins in so many ways. She's so focused though. But I guess I'm gonna order Roxy. But I still think that Roxy also meant more for Rudy, right? Roxy helped him go outside. Roxy was more, you know, Roxy was the one that helped Rudy grow more. And Roxy does more as well. Like we actually see her, of course, go on an adventure and backstory and so on. Sylvie is just a bullet kid that you like. Sylvie, unfortunately, is just that kid you bully and then you don't see her anymore. Well, yeah, I did forget that mom. There's actually a mom that I didn't have in the list here. There is a mom of the bully. That's not her. This is another woman, actually. I forgot now. Yeah, I've burned that. There is an image. There is that mom, right? That is the mother of the kid that throws rocks at Sylvie. Yeah, there is another woman in the anime. But she will obviously be in trash then. But yeah, there is like one more lady. Whatever, yeah. That's true. But I feel the same thing here, right? And I feel this is gonna be it, guys. The RGB, yeah, it's gonna be red, blue, green. RBG. Do you think I'm right? Is this the list? Is this it? RB green? Is that it? Is that the perfect conclusion of the war? I do feel like I said that. Yeah, that mom is beyond trash, man, but. What's going on? But yeah, I do feel that mom is beyond trash. I did have her, man. I don't know her name is. This is unfortunate. I tend to avoid spoilers, but there is. I mean, I had her on the list somewhere. Happy with that image. So I had her actually. I looked at her earlier. I was like, oh, that mom is so trash, man. Then I forgot to put her in the list something. Because it's not Edna. That's a teacher. I must have forgot to save her today. I forgot to save the trash, man. I forgot to throw out the trash. I don't know what her name is. Maybe it's just a name, you know. This is why I don't want to get spoiled, right? This is annoying. I don't want to get spoiled, so I don't want to Google her name. But yeah, there is a mom. Okay, I'm gonna do one last. Hopefully, not get spoiled. Hopefully, don't spoil me, please. If I Google like this, like Mushoku Sylvie's mom's bully or something. That's the son. Oh my god, what is the name? Oh, here she is. No, that's a boy. Okay, what is? I found the son. His name is Somal. Okay, so I'm trying to take a spoiler, right? Somal, Mushoku Tensei. But I have a solution now. We're gonna Google Somal, right? And we're gonna get Somal, Mushoku Tensei. And then we can get his mom, right? That is his mom. And then we can get the goddamn trash mom. Her name is what? Mrs. Etto. Which is crying. Okay, me. Her name doesn't have a name. Her name is Mrs. Etto. Came to the wiki. I hate this so much. This wiki is terrible. This wiki is terrible. This wiki is terrible. They say her name is Mrs. Etto. Okay, I found her. Ada is her name. Here she is finally. Oh my god, I find her. Oh my god. I know she's trying to sleep with Paul. I found her. It took me like. Her name is Ada Etto. Okay, so she's gonna be in the trash pile, man. But yeah, this woman should have been in the list. She just has like one line or something, and you can barely find her. Mrs. Etto. So she's the mom of the guy that of the kids that bully Sylvie, right? And she wants to sleep with Paul. She's trying to seduce Paul. So she's like using her son to get in trouble with, you know, Rudy and so on. She can flirt with Paul. Yeah, she's like, go and throw some rocks at that little girl, so that I can, you know, sleep with that guy. Yeah, that what she's doing. Like seriously, this is the character. Yeah, she's She's trying to get laid, man. Like, I'm not even making this up, you know. This anime is crazy. Think about it. That is crazy anime is, man. Think crazy this anime is. But yeah, I didn't put him in the list there. Her name is Miss Eto or Ado. She's gonna be here. I'm gonna manually fix it. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, there she is. Freaking Miss Trash, but yeah. Probably is the worst character in the anime, right? Yeah, something like that. See, she's the Mrs. Eto. She has like one line or something, like one dialogue. And she's like, Paul, I'm sorry, Paul. Maybe I can, you know, maybe I can fix it or something. That's kind of her personality, right? Basically. But anyway, now I get someone mailed me, gonna call me in the SMS. Maybe I turn off the stream. Let me see here. Okay, so you call me tomorrow. Whatever. And then I can toss it. But yeah, terrible person, right? So let's go with that. I can put most of the far. I can say it later. It's always annoying when you have this list because it's hard to like add a character. It's really weird, I feel, on Tier Maker. So one thing that's very annoying with it, right, is that it's so hard to like add, you know, like I mean, like seriously, like add a character. It's super complicated. Yeah, you're like, okay, so now I want to go back or something, and you know, like I want to add one character to the list, and they have to like read the list something. It's super annoying. I don't. It's like the only, I guess, this is what list we use, right? But I really wish that we have a better system. And one of the things weird with Tier Maker, let me use wine a bit here, but that is that you don't have how to say it? You can't add or like edit a previous list, right? So what I mean with that is that let's say that I make a list, right? This is the anime only, you know, empty list, right? And now let's say that you know, here comes another character, right? You know what I mean? Here comes another season. I mean, here comes another season. Here's season 2, right? So then we have season 2, and obviously season 2, you know, gives us a lot of new waifus and that stuff, right? So so now we have that, right? And then I want to just add to my previous list. You know what I mean? I just want to add to my previous list. I want to, you know, add on to that, right? You can't. Like seriously, you can't. You can't just be like, I just want to add, you know, 10 new female characters, right? I just want to add. You get my point. I just want to be like, just give me like these characters. No, you can't do that. You have to like do this weird thing with like, you have to make a complete new list. It's really weird. Very like, you know, useless system in my useless system, if you ask me, right? I don't make any sense for me. But no, it's making any sense for me, right? It's just weird. But anyway, let's order them quickly, right? I wanna just talk about briefly, right? Yeah, bam. Let's go up here. Oh yeah, the REMs. Forgot about my REM image. Bam. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think that the Roxy thing is. Yeah, I think that. Like, I do of course love Aries so much, right? But it is kind of hard because it definitely has that thing where you're, like I said, right? Like Aries is truly so much more screen time. It is what it is. I just have a hard time not putting Aries as the best girl, right? Because yeah, like she really has like all the screen time. I don't really see the other girls, you know, having like nearly enough screen time like her, right? So I guess we're gonna see if Sylphie can come in, right, and like, you know, win and beat her up, you know, next season, right? Something like that. And Roxy, of course, also as well, right? We get more screen time and so on as well, definitely. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, what do you guys think, man? I don't know where to put the girl with that gets hard to put, man. Like, we would put the girl with this is the Nanashi. Yeah, we put her, right. That's a little hard. We would have put her. I'm redoing the list now here, right? Yeah, I'm redoing the list, guys. I'm just like, look at the list again. Let me show you guys soon. I'm just like reordering it, man. I'm just reordering it. We're getting that, yeah, waifu bikinis. Getting that in. Weird introvert girl. Maybe put her lower, actually. We got the guy for deer. And then we got this mid. This girl and the bang one. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, 1 hour per girl, right? Yeah, that's what I need, man. Okay, so now, okay, let's do this again then. Okay, the finished list, right? So, okay, I put Ada in now, right? Ada, like the coding language, yeah. Ada, the bottom tier waifu that sends her son out to beat up Sylvie so she can sleep with Paul, right? She's the worst female character. She wins that shit. I think that the argument is that Aries' teacher, this woman, right, Edna, she's supposed to teach Aries to be a proper lady. So I think about this woman is like trash owns one, right? Yeah, this is the trash to own. But these are both like really terrible females, right? This is a woman that gets like a, you know, kid as pets or whatever. Oh, 86, I'd rather die, man. No, 86, man. It's terrible, man. I'm just gonna be like trash. Why didn't Lena do something? And one thing I hate is all the names. That everyone's name is like a Swedish name. Lena, Mar. It's all everyone's name is like Margareta, Lena, Astrid. They all sound like 85-year-old ladies from Sweden. Like seriously, everyone's name in 86 is like Swedish, old names. Like seriously, they are. So the main character's name Lena, right? That is something like a 65-year-old woman would have in Sweden, like Lena. That's a typical, like my mom's friend name is Lena, right? Or like my teacher, that's a Lena. Margareta is their friend's name, something like that. Margareta, though, more scarlet. Yeah, that's like an 85-year-old lady, something. Yeah, but they all have those names. It's crazy. Like you watch the anime, you're like, oh, this author clearly was like, here's a list of Swedish lady names, Rut, and so on, those kind of names. And honestly, as a side note, all those like typical Swedish names, right? Do you imagine like Ingrid, Astrid, so on? No one has those names anymore at all, right? From the Gen Z, right? Because of course, when the TV, right, American and so on, and made fun of Astrid, Ingrid, and so on. Those names are so uncommon now. So basically, everyone's name now are like super Americanized. Everyone's name now is like Skylar and Blazer and so on. No, but seriously, so many names I feel in Sweden of like the young, of Gen Z millennials, right, are like those names. Yeah, they're like either like Michelle or something, right? That kind of sounds either Swedish or English. Michelle or maybe something like Maggie or something. Yeah, those kind of names, right? But a lot of names seriously are like Dakota or something in Sweden. The people have completely abandoned those names like Siv, Ruth, and so on, right? It's so. But it's one thing with anime in Japan. They love having old German and Swedish names, right? In a lot of animes, they love doing that. Like Titan, Eren, Jägare, and so on. Yeah. That's how it's pronounced, It's not Jäger, right? Jägare, it's not pronounced. It means hunter, Aaron's name is Hunter in English, right? The Swedish word for hunter. And of course, Eva Braun, right? Gabby Brown and so on. Yeah, Brun, of course. Brown, yeah, it's the Braun. That is the word for, German and Swedish for brown, right? Yeah. So all the names are like that. Remember that girl? That girl that has the... I talked about last waifu list. There's one woman take a title, right? That has the name is like she's named after like the worst female, like the woman, the World War II German female with like the most kills or whatever. Like she's named after her. Gabby's best friend is named after like one of the absolute worst female offenders in World War II, like straight up. And she was also pro, even after the war ended, she was like, we did nothing wrong. Yeah, she was like, let's do it again. Whatever, I digress. I want to finish a list here, so I'm going to order the properties, right, I feel. I didn't finish, oh man, this one's saint, man. RGB is defined here. Oh, this is wrong. Bam, like that. I kind of feel like, just how she is so introverted. And yes, Bikini Oneshan is definitely Oneshan, right? And she's obviously better than here, but I do feel that I don't really like it that much, though. I think she's kind of mid in this head. I'm gonna be rough on her, man. Super introvert girl, man. I'm gonna be rough on her. I'm putting down here. Trash mom, trash, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. This feel like it, what I see right now. Well, the best friend of Aries. I guess we don't know much Susanna anymore either. No, but she looks hot, man. You see the trait, she's muscular, okay? I think she's here. I think she's gonna be here at least. She's a babe, man. And this is super hot. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, and then, she protected the Panzer, right? Who's the best mom? This is hard, man. Who's the best bikini mom, right? Who is the best mother? This is hard. Who is the best mother? is it either back on the mom, right? Who is the best mom? Like seriously, that is hard because we got both those moments, right? You know, they're both out there. Paul got the mom harem. Ooh. Man, who's talking? But yeah, who's the best of these two? I mean, I have a hard time seriously. But who is the best mom of Paul's wives, right? Because the one is, I do think the scene is hotter, right? If I go purely at track, I think that Mama scene is hotter. But man, she is like Precious Pantsu, right? Precious Pantsu mom. It's like, man, that is on almost GHISLAINE level. And then we got Super Rule 34 mommy. So yeah, metal bikini lady though. That is hilarious, man. Metal bikini waifu. Yeah, she's get up there. Probably more than Big Up by Aries. Okay, so who's the best GHISLAINE? I think this GHISLAINE image is mostly her abs. So that one is probably the best ab image. And then I think probably I kind of like the angle. This one is also great, man. This one I have on my shirt now. Yeah, I love this GHISLAINE image. I love the abs on that one. And then it's probably this one. And then I always love this one. This is my Reddit image. And then this is Sakumi-chan. This is normal GHISLAINE. And then it's suit GHISLAINE. I like someone put her in a suit because it's the first time I see that. Suit GHISLAINE, but she's hiding the abs. She should have a suit on her. Yeah, the issue is that she should have the suit on her, right? But the suit should have open stomach, right? The suit should have an open, you know, the abs should have been in the stomach, right? You should have seen the abs. Yeah, she should have the suit should have been open in the middle so you can see the abs. That's the issue here. This doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. This is the worst GHISLAINE. Okay, yeah, she's hiding the abs. Well, I guess seeing it being a better wife, I suppose, like is protecting her. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a hard mom attack there, man. I guess she's more of a waifu though. Yeah, I put her up here, man. I think she's gonna be in this level. But I do feel that this new cat is gonna overtake them, right? I mean, from the trailer alone, I feel this woman is gonna overtake them. But I wonder if she's gonna overtake like bikini warrior though. Yeah, Oppai warrior. That's gonna be hard, man. Random maids that get smashed. This girl probably get up higher, right? Oh, I feel that she's mid, man. I feel I put her down there. These are the kind of random, boring beast girl or the other girl. Yeah, that's right. Mean lady, useless mean lady, and just a horny mean lady. Yeah, I feel this is the accurate list, guys. I feel I've done it, guys. This is the perfect list. This is the truly most accurate Mushoku Tensei list. Yeah, Oda is the worst, right? Oda, Eto, the evil mom of the stone thrower guy. That's like, can you please throw some more rocks in that girl? I'm trying to sleep with the town's guardman or something. Yeah, he doesn't even in that sense too. She's just like yeah, like here boy, bully that girl over there so that I can talk to like the guard guy in the town and he's really you know, yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose Sarah is gonna be this amazing waifu, right? Just from the trailer, she looks like she's gonna be the focus of the next season, right? At least probably in the beginning. I guess the next is gonna be about her and Sylphie, I guess. My guess, right, that only Sarah and Sylphie is gonna get the focus, right? Then Sylphie might go past Aries or whatever, and yeah, she might race past Roxy and Aries. But now I'm going, yeah, red, blue, green, man. Now, this list here is the accurate waifu list, guys. The accurate waifu list. I guess, I don't know, Hilda's better than Roxy's mom. Well, Roxy's mom kind of bad, yeah, no, this is the list, guys. This is the list, man. This is the list. Man, Paul's a lucky guy, man, yeah. Paul got that horror waifu graduates. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just try by so share the video, right? Check out the trailer. I'll leave a link below for that. Yeah, I forgot to do that actually, but I can leave. Haven't seen it, right? Let me go and get that. Link, right? I've got a link in the video. I'll do it later. Oh, this is the wrong one. This one. But here is the link for my reaction, right? My review to the trailer. So if you've seen that, check that out, right? That's why Mushoku Tensei said 2 trailer reactions, right? Yesterday we did Bleach, right? And again, yeah, that Bleach one was crazy. I said Bleach here. Honestly, The Bleach one, I don't say it to be like a hype man. Oh, Bleach! But the Bleach one, was actually kind of crazy because, like, I see, of course, a lot of anime trailers, right? You know what I mean? I see a lot of anime trailers. And yeah, the Bleach one was weirdly, like, so much content that we did yesterday. There was so much content. I was like, oh my god, it's like over 2 minutes of new content. They're having so many fights. It's like Kenpachi is there, Rangyoko, it's like Hitsuya. It was like, oh my god, Unohana a little bit there. That trailer was crazy in how much is shown, right? Usually a trailer is like, Chainsaw Man, great trailer, but it's like a little more than 1 minute, right? And it's a little bit that, right? You know, they're showing some scenes and so on. And then they make a new trailer, right? And it's like maybe 10 more seconds, you know what I mean? But, and maybe a little bit otherwise. He's a new character. But that Bleach trailer was like, there was basically like 2 minutes of new content. And it was like so many fights, there was so many scenes. So I'm happy about that because I do think that hopefully means that the Bleach trailer is already done, right? You know what I mean? I'm hoping that it means that the Bleach trailer is already been, or I mean the anime is already, you know, long far way into it, right? Man, One Piece is really has been ruined for me though with the whole memes, man. One Piece is real, man. But that matters. Say the last word. Yeah, sure. One Piece. I'm excited for Saturday though. Yeah, because I saw the preview course, right? Last episode was kind of funny with the Nami ulti big mom shit, right? That's really good. But the first bit was like whatever. But as normal with One Piece or the anime, it's like, you know, half the episode is like, and then the other half is good, right? But I saw, of course, the One Piece preview for next week, last Saturday. That looked crazy because unfortunately, One Piece, right? It's like every 10th episode they do like, you know, full budget. So Luffy vs Kaido looked really, really good in the preview, like seriously. So that typical One Piece, right? Like it's like every 10th week, every 5th week, whatever best. They do like an amazing, you know, like whoa, it's all the money. Then the quality goes downhill, right? You know, then the quality is really bad, and then it's like, remember when Zoro was running in the building for 10 minutes, you know, and Zoro was cutting the Pika stones for 10 minutes, yeah. Then it goes like that, right? So it's very, I mean, imagine if One Piece could take a real break, right? Imagine if One Piece took, like, maybe not like a 10-year break like Bleach, but imagine if One Piece did, you know, seasonal. Like, I don't know, even like Macadamia, but yeah, no, Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe One Piece had the same quality. Like, it is funny that One Piece is the most popular anime manga of all time, right? So you don't need to. Oh yeah, of course, Twitter hates it. Twitter gonna be like, no, it's too many 60 FPS frames. But yeah, I always find it funny that people on Twitter complain about everything, right? You know what I mean? They hate everything. I do agree that maybe last Massive Fight was a little bit too flashy. Right, it was epilepsy attack almost, right? Some scenes, but I genuinely liked it. But there was one scene where I felt you couldn't really see the punch that good, but the other scenes I liked. But Twitter is just like, oh no, it's this thing could have been like that thing and so on. But I do agree that it looks more like Dragon Ball. I do agree with that, though. Yeah, they're definitely outering them up. I do agree that the One Piece has, with the Kaido fight, has gone more into a Dragon Ball Luca fight. But at the same time, I don't think that's Toei's fault, honestly. I don't think it's the anime fault. I think it's more how One Piece has a power creep, right? I think it's more of a power creep. It's same in Naruto, right? Eventually, the character can destroy the planet, right? And I think that's probably more the issue. If the issue isn't really how it looks, the issue is more how their powers are so strong now that Kaido is like, oh, I can destroy this island, you know, with one punch, right? And Luffy's like, I have to block that, right? I think they're going to that level soon, and I think that is what more people are actually talking about, right? There's an actual issue, if it's an issue, it's arguably, but that is the real source, right? Like, isn't One Piece going into a power level soon where the character can basically demolish one island with one attack, right? And I think that's probably more what it's about, right? And it's harder for the anime to be like, how can we visualize this? How can we visualize how powerful they are? Because now they can fly and they can shoot laser beams, they can destroy a ship in 1 second, and they have to like animate it more and more. I think that's probably a problem, because one thing that I can say, you know, I love Naruto, right? But I love Naruto more in the beginning, right? I felt that Naruto, especially Naruto, more so than One Piece or regular, I felt especially Naruto lost a little bit of its charm, right? When they went into that, I got a big fireball, you got a big fireball, and we shoot our fireballs at each other, right? I think Naruto, especially in anime, where it was better in the beginning, where it's more like I can hide in with my clones and do this thing, right? And the stronger they got Naruto, the less tactical it got, right? But absolutely, the animation does give them auras, though. the animation is a combination of power creep and all these auras, right? They're showing the powers by giving them like shiny ultra instinct auras. That is true though, but at the same time, it's like I do think it's an issue for the manga, not the anime actually, because the manga looks kind of the same, honestly, right? Because Kaido is a big guy. Kaido just bonks people, right? Kaido just bonks people, so they're a little bit like, what can we do with Kaido? He can just bonk harder. So it's a little bit like that, I feel. I don't know why I had to come at it, but yeah, it's a little bit like that. Where Kaido is like, But anyway, I look forward to see what they're gonna do next Saturday, though. Absolutely. But I do think they have an issue, yeah, speaking, because Luffy and Kaido are pretty straightforward, right? They both just punch people. Yeah, they're like big punch guys. They're not really into like, strategies, you know what I mean? Nami is more like, I can do this clone thing and this thing, right? Usopp is like strategies. Luffy and Kaido are both like, I punch hard. Doffy was more, he kicks hard, but he also had a lot of shit, right? Doflamingo was a character that has a lot of crazy stuff happening, clones and this thing and cages and this shit and controlling and so on. But he also kicked hard, right? He had both, right? But he was more a versatile guy, right? He wasn't like just muskets. Kaido's just muskets. Kaido's just like the biggest, strongest guy ever, right? So it's kind of hard, I think, to animate too, because he's just coming there as a big guy, right? It's hard to animate that, honestly. But anyway, guys, please subscribe to someone that, and I'll see you guys, I don't know, tomorrow. I don't know what to do tomorrow. Yeah, maybe Cyberpunk. When is Cyberpunk out? Cyberpunk? I know Cyberpunk is coming, right, the anime. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it because it's sticking to the trigger. And I heard it's hand to. I heard it's like etchy. Yeah, they said it's etchy like crazy, right? They said that it's gonna be released with oppa shit like that, right? Yeah, it's not safe for work and so on. They said it's gonna be very etchy. Is that out tomorrow? I think it's out tomorrow. So that could be something tomorrow. Cyberpunk release date. Let me look at live shot. It is a good question I had earlier there, right? And I said, of course, we're gonna watch Cyberpunk. My idea is that I'm probably gonna watch, like 2-3 episodes, right? We review that. What? Of course, this thing is out today. Is that right? In 6 hours? That sounds really weird. It has a date, should be tomorrow morning, according to this date. It's not in 6 hours, though. That looks really weird. They're claiming it's out in 6 hours, but they're also claiming it's out tomorrow. Maybe episode 1 is out in 6 hours. That sounds really weird. But yeah, definitely gonna watch Cyberpunk tomorrow then. 10 episodes. I think I'll do like 3 or so, right? Do a few episodes, right? Check it out and so on. But yeah, Cyberpunk sounds like it's gonna be crazy. they push it hard. They're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be very etchy. But I guess it's gonna be because they have this weird body stuff, right? But anyway, guys, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow with Cyberpunk. But that timer looks really weird because the timer claims that it's out in 6 hours, but also out tomorrow. So it doesn't make much sense. Like seriously, it doesn't make any sense when I look at the. I can show you guys here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So it says that it's out in 6 hours, which sounds way too early. And then it says here in AM it's be out tomorrow. That's not in 6 hours though, so that sounds kind of weird. But sometimes they release episode 1 earlier. Doesn't say that here though, but yeah, let's do that tomorrow. But yeah, this comedian is alright, and yeah, I think I do like I said 2-3 episodes. I find probably 3, right? Do a little edit that. Probably do it on Twitch, right? And then throw it on YouTube and do an edited version, right? On Netflix shows like that. Like I did with Bastard, right? Yeah, like I did with Bastard. So I'll see you guys in Have.